Happy Friday evening, friends. It is Melissa from Junk and Craft Treasures on the Essential Stencil page on this fantastic Friday. So if you're watching this, you're most likely on the replay. So hashtag replay, let us know that you're watching, let us know where you're from, and let us know if you're new to the community, guys. So tonight we're gonna have some fun. We are gonna work with the new stencil bundles that just came out. There are 3 sets of bundles that came out, so if you haven't seen them, make sure to watch so you can see what they all look like, guys. I'm excited to be here with you. I am an ambassador on the Essential Stencil page every Friday evening at 7 p.m. Central. So if this is the first time watching, come back next Friday and catch us live for some stencil and inspiration with some transfers, all the fun stuff. Hey Elizabeth, how are you tonight? Good to see you. Again, guys, my name is Melissa from Junk and Craft Treasures, and we are on the Essential Stencil page, and we're gonna do some cute projects tonight. Hey Terry and Brenda, it is our Friday night date night, guys. So I am gonna scoot you back here just a little bit as you're coming on. Say hello. I feel like I'm a little bit crooked on here, y'all. Hang on. Maybe, I don't know. We don't want to touch it too much because it may go all wonky on us. Hey Marilyn, hey Eva and Marty. So, Marta, I am going to go through and show the new bundles real quick, guys, and then we will jump right on into some projects for tonight. Hey Karen, hey Joyce Ann. So, I'm going to also ask some questions throughout the live tonight, so make sure to comment, interact, answer questions for other friends if I don't see the comments. But we're going to have some fun, guys. So we have the new bundles that are out. This is a new transfer set that is in the Patriotic bundle. I love these. Hi, Diane and Pat and Jamie. Good to see y'all. I don't know why I'm glowing tonight, but I do feel like I'm a little glowy tonight. I don't know what that is. And then it's funny you said that, Elizabeth, because I was looking at myself a minute ago and I'm like, huh. And then this is page 2 of these beautiful transfers. Guys, I haven't used them yet. I have lots of ideas for them, but I wanted to be able to show them one more time for all of the bundles tonight. And then we are going to cut these up and do some reels and all kinds of fun things with them. How are you, Diane and Maggie? Hello, Kay and Bella. Good to see y'all all tonight. Okay, guys, we're going to start with, I don't know if these are in any particular order. I showed them last Friday, last night on my page, and then tonight. So they may be a little bit, but I'll tell you which bundle they are. There are 3 bundles. You have the Coastal bundle, the Patriotic bundle, and the Summer bundle. So these are going to be out of the Coastal bundle. You can do one bundle that has all of them together, and that will be my code Craft Treasures at checkout to save you an extra 10% on any individual or bundles or the mega bundle that you do, guys. So let's see where we are. Coastal bundle, we have our jellyfish trio. We have our little jellyfish designs that look like this. I know the transfers are awesome, guys. So awesome. And then we have 20 beach and coastal words. They include sunshine, waves, boardwalk, surf, sea turtles, all those things. I tell everybody, hello, Rhonda. Oh, thank you for being here, Diane. I tell everybody, grab the words. If you do any type of customs, art fairs, craft fairs, anything like that, these words come in super handy. So grab the words. Then also in the Coastal bundle, we have Sail Away With Me on this side. And then on this side, we have Let Your Dreams Set Sail. I did, Nikki. I found them. I'm not going to say where I found them, but I did find them. Okay, what else am I missing with Coastal here, y'all? Okay, we also have our Beach Bombs, which is a 12 by 12. Super cute. These are kind of somewhat in order here, guys. I'm kind of impressed here. And then let me find my turtle real quick. May not be able to find the turtle. The turtle may be at the bottom. Okay, then in the Patriotic bundle, we have this set right here, which is amazing. I haven't done it yet. I know Melissa Miller did it on Tuesday night. Super cute. It is the Barn Quilt. It's a 3-layer set, guys. That is in the Patriotic bundle. Oh, thank you. Hey, Paula. Oh, I appreciate it, my friend. Patriotic bundle, God Bless America, My Home, Sweet Home. Hey, Jeannie. I know, choices, choices, choices. The beach bums is super cute. Then we have 20 words with the patriotic set. Hey, Christelda. And I used these last night on my live on my angel. I know it's backwards, but we used freedom down at the bottom of the angel back there. But we have brave, liberty, independence, old glory, all of the fantastic words that go with that. Here is my turtle that went with the coastal, guys. So here is the turtle that goes with that coastal bundle and individual, like we talked about. Let's see, what else? And then the patriotic. Okay, so we've got that. Now let's move to, I knew there was another patriotic, y'all. I knew it, I used it last night. It is a 6-pack, and it is the Liberty Bell, the flag, like a hat and a star. And then we have our stars and our stripes to do all kinds of things. You can tell I used the stripes on the angel wings last night. So they can be very versatile, guys, not just for signs, but any type of craft with these. 6 in that one. Then we have our strawberries, and I did find my 6x6s in these, guys, so I'm excited about that. So we have, in this set, we have the home, and then we have the strawberry that can go in the center of the home. They do, I agree with you, Brenda, 100%. We have the farm fresh strawberries that we can add the smaller strawberries up the top, or a large strawberry, however you want to do that. And then we have the Life is Sweet with the space right here for a strawberry. I was gonna say, if you have a pack from way back when that has the lemons, you could also use the lemons on there, but it's been a while since we've had lemons. All right, guys, then we have grass 12x6 that will look adorable on the bottom of door hangers and all kinds of things. Hey, Dorothy and Jeannie and Annette, how are y'all? And Annetta, all of y'all are here. Good to see y'all. And then this is the one I did last week. It's Welcome to Our Patch. And we have the Welcome to Our Patch. And then we have the 2 set. And I would take it out and show you the other set, but I don't know where my other set of this is. But it is a 3 set because it has you able to label. It has the ability for you to do, what is the word I'm looking for, guys? I just lost it. Layering, not labeling, layering. You can layer the strawberries. All right, guys, then we have the 6x6 Ladybug Wishes. I did play around with this one a little bit, so you're gonna see that I've used it recently, but all you're gonna do is you have your ladybug wings that you would do in your red, and then your ladybug in the black. And I did post a reel on this today, guys. I know it's backwards, but this is what your ladybug's gonna look like when you do the red first and then your black, okay? So just imagine that says ladybug, or hello ladybug, the right direction, but these are what your ladybugs look like, and they're so adorable. So cute, y'all. Okay. And then, of course, like we just saw, the hello ladybug. Get it going the right direction. That's what it really looks like the right way. You had strawberry pie. That sounds amazing. I haven't had strawberry pie in forever. Now you're making me want some strawberry pie, Rhonda. Ladybug Wishes. And then we have the love, where you can put the ladybugs in. If you have the strawberries, guys, you can put the strawberries in here. You could use a bow in here. You could use one of the roses. You know what would be pretty? Just looking at this. If you wanted to use one of these as the O, L-O, that would be pretty in a transfer set. Okay, that's those, y'all. I'm having an avalanche now. And that is, I'm gonna put these to the side because if we have enough time, I'm gonna probably do some shelf sitters reversible with my 6x6s. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, and then we have Please Don't Bug the Lady. So this is the Please Don't. Again, it's another layering stencil. And then we have Bug and Lady that would go right here over our dots. And then last but not least, what we're gonna do tonight, guys, we are gonna work. Y'all know I love my trucks. Y'all know I love my trucks. And I know it's gonna be backwards, so you're just gonna have to improvise when we actually have it stenciled down. But we have Strawberry Patch, Pick Your Own, Open Daily. And then it comes with 2 layering. Let me get these out. 2 layering sets of strawberries to go in the back of the truck. Okay, so we can get our layered strawberries to sit in the back of the truck like this. Now, I will say, I'm gonna do this a little bit different. Y'all know me, I always gotta mix and match things. I am going to, I don't know if I'm gonna use those strawberries or not, but we'll see when we get there. You don't have to put them in there because that's cute just like that. All right, guys, I'm gonna move this over. I am gonna show you one thing I do because I have people ask me all the time, and I know sometimes I seem like I'm not organized. It's my organized chaos, but I'm gonna move all of these for just a second to the side and show y'all what I do with my words. So sometimes you'll get the packages, and if you're like me, you'll split the package open and you have your words that are just kind of everywhere. You don't want to lose your words because you want to keep them all together. I keep these separate than my 6x6 stencils just because they're smaller. Everybody has a different organizing system for them. But I have these little clear packs. I got them off Amazon. I want to say there were 50 of them for like $12. They snap. So what I try to do, and I don't have my other ones because they're full, I will put 1 or 2 sets of the words in these packs so my words don't ever get lost. Because like I said, you can move things around, things can fall out of the package, and then you can't find a word. So since this is summer, I'm going to go ahead and keep my summer words together. They're going to go right in here. I am going to snap it shut, and then I have a little like a little crate that I put these in. I do have some 6x6s that I use all the time, like my damask and my bricks and stuff like that are in these too. So all I have to do is pick them up and they're right here. So that is one way that I keep up with all my words without losing all of my words. So don't know if you want to do that or not, but that's just a little tip of what I do to keep them all together. Okay guys, let's get started. Let's get started. Again, we're using this one tonight, Strawberry Patch, Pick Your Own. Hello, Patty. And I am gonna prep my surface, but we're gonna do some decoupage with our strawberry stencil tonight with our truck. We are gonna use some strawberries. I have this tissue paper that has strawberries on them. And so I thought it would be super cute to decoupage this on the background and then do this stencil over it, which I know you can't see it, but do over it in black and have the strawberries all over the board. And then we can grunge it up, not grunge it up, keep it bright, whatever. So that's what we're gonna do. Just trying to think, I know I said whatever, but y'all know what I mean. Keep it start bright, do some type of wax on it, put glaze on it, all those things, however we want the look to be. Now, because this is going to go under our tissue paper, we are not going to see the bottom of it. So I'm going to use a white that is a little bit darker than my bright white. Now, when you're doing decoupage, especially with your stencils and things like that, you always want to do your surface a lighter color so your tissue paper will show up. When you're working with tissue paper, guys, you got to remember tissue paper is really thin. It's a lot different than your rice papers and all those things. It's kind of like napkins. It's very thin. So you're going to probably have some wrinkles. You can do the iron method. We're not going to go in and do all of that tonight. But I just want to kind of have a fun background. Now, if you want to duplicate this background, you could use the strawberries that are in the strawberry pack. And you can stencil in all of your strawberries and just do them a little bit lighter. And it'll be super cute. So you can position your strawberries in the background. I was gonna do that at first on the live, and I was like, y'all, if I do that, it's gonna take me forever to stencil them all, and y'all are gonna be like, I've seen you stencil enough strawberries tonight. So I'm just getting a good white coat all the way around here. Tissue, I have a problem with tissue paper. I love tissue paper. So wherever I find cute tissue paper, I get it. I probably, in all honesty, got this on Amazon at some point for our mystery boxes and just did not have a strawberry theme and didn't use them. But yeah, I'm like, I don't want to say I'm a tissue paper hoarder, but I might be, because we have all kinds of tissue paper. I love designs of tissue paper for different things, for backgrounds, along with my rice papers, of course, but love me some tissue paper too. No, this board is, I know for sure from Amazon, it's an MDF, Maggie. So they come in 2 different designs in this set. You have this design, and then there's one other, so you get 3 of each. And if you watched any of my lives with my collaboration that came out in December, these are the boards that I used a lot. So, all right, we've got our base coat. I'm only gonna do 1 coat, because like I said, we're not gonna see it. It's just our base coat to make our tissue paper pop a little bit more. All right, let's get that dry. Hey, Pat. You can find tissue paper anywhere. You can find it at Walmart, Dollar Store, Dollar General, Target, anywhere that you have gift packaging. You can find tissue paper. I know they have it on Zazzle, all different places. Yes, it would, Cheryl. Absolutely would. And like I said, just remember tissue paper is thin, so you're gonna have wrinkles and all those things. But I like that because I can antique that. So that's just me. I know everybody likes different things, but where I'm at in Texas, we do sell a lot of stuff that looks like that. Yes, Priscilla, you can get that as an individual. Everything that I showed you tonight is available for individual as well. And then my code Craft Treasures saves on individual or the bundles. Make sure. I know I missed a little bit, but that's okay. All right, we're gonna use some Mod Podge tonight. I'm using dishwasher safe because that's what I have right now that's closed. But you can use any type of Mod Podge, outdoor Mod Podge, regular Mod Podge, whatever Mod Podge you like. Now this paper is massive, y'all. So I am gonna cut it so I can get multiple uses out of this one if I didn't just stick it in my paint, which I did. So hang on, I'm gonna fold that down because I do not want to get paint everywhere. So at one little corner, I folded it, and I'm going to put that in the trash because, like I said, I do not want to get paint everywhere tonight. I have a trash underneath my desk, guys. Yes, Mary, I know Renee from Flip Flop Furnishing did one over on her page. On her specific page, so you might want to check that out. All right, so we're gonna do design up, and I'm just gonna let the excess be there for now, and then I'll come back and take care of it after. We'll cut a little bit of it, just a little bit. Like I said, guys, I'm not gonna say I'm super hoarder, but like I keep every part I can because I can use it on tags. I can use it on all kinds of things. So yeah, I'm that person. I am that person. Okay. Now I'm ready. Ready as can be, right? Hey Pam, how are you? All right. So, like I said, we're taking our Mod Podge. We can work in sections or we can do the whole thing at one time. I'm gonna go ahead and do the one thing at a time because, like I said, it is tissue, so it's not very thick. I'm just covering my board with my Mod Podge. And when you're using Mod Podge on wood, I recommend going in both directions because you have the pores and all the things of the wood, and you want to make sure that it gets adhered well. But y'all, I'm super excited to make this one tonight. So, and then I'm just going to go back this way. Like I said, I'm one of those, I want to make sure everything adheres. As I say, my strawberries are going all different directions, so it really doesn't matter. And I am going to lay this down. And I've got like a little decoupage brush. So I'm just gonna kind of work with it so it doesn't get as many wrinkles. But like I said, we can use the iron method and it'll have less, but I think it kind of adds to it when we go to distress it. But I don't want to get my hands in the paint of the Mod Podge, so. All right. Okay. I know, I'm weird, guys, y'all. I made sure I went over every ounce of it to make sure it's stuck. Now I'm gonna dry it just a little bit. I'll be able to feel it. You've ironed your tissue paper? Absolutely. And sometimes when you put the heat gun on it too, it'll get out some of those wrinkles. But like I said, it's tissue paper. It's thin. I think so too. I think it's gonna be cute for the background on this. Before we sand off the edges, we want to make sure that everything is adhered and good to go. I see one spot I missed on that edge. I always miss edges, y'all. Who else does that when they do decoupage? I do it almost every time. I think there's something with edges that just makes you want to drive the crafters crazy. I know, I like my painting shears. They cut through anything pretty quick, but I do have my scissors over here too. They are over here. I haven't yet. I have not yet. Just placed an order. I love it. Okay, so that was one of the questions that I was going to ask y'all. Who all has done pre-order already? Who all has done pre-order? What did you get and what's your favorite? I know I just threw 3 questions at you at the same time. But who's already ordered? What did you get? And what is your favorite that you're most excited about, y'all? I am moving this paint over here because it is going to be my enemy tonight. What am I looking for? Sandpaper. Hey, Barbara. All right, I am going to get a low number. I'm going to use a 120. Where is my, oh, here it is. So I was like, I know I got my sander out. And we're going to sand around those edges. You need to order, Raquel? All right. So I'm just going to take off around that top layer because this is double layered sign like y'all saw. So I'll go and pay closer attention to that part here in just a second. Y'all, I have been sanding and doing stuff all day. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Do it right. Do it right the first time, then we don't have to go back, right? I I know that noise is annoying though. I do know that. So see how when we use that sander, we can just go and it takes our paper right off because we didn't put any Mod Podge on it. The Patriotic set, I love it. Hello, Barb. Hey, Connie. And again, I'm using dishwasher safe Mod Podge. You can use any type of Mod Podge you want. This particular tissue paper is glossy, so you can apply a sealer over it before you stencil, or you can just go ahead and stencil. Just to not confuse anybody, I'm going to go ahead and apply that sealer before I stencil. Because if you haven't done this before and you don't have the hang of it, I don't want you to skip that step and mess up your project, especially if you go through all this to get to where we are. Pre-ordered the Patriotic or the bundles with extra Patriotic. I love it. Yeah, those are cute. I want to do, I've got a lot of plans for the transfers. I definitely want to do a mason jar for sure. Y'all, I'm sorry. I know that noise is annoying. And of course, I picked a surface that has all kinds of grooves and shape to it. Oh, and when you're sanding, you always want to go in the downward motion when you're doing decoupage. Don't seesaw it back and forth because even if it's tissue paper, it'll rip your paper. Ordered several individuals. I get it, my friend. Which ones are your favorite? Which ones are you most excited about? Let us know. And like somebody suggested, they'd like to see the coastal. Y'all know I do reels. I'll have reels on my Facebook pretty much all day next week. So if there's something you want to see, drop it down below and it'll give me some ideas of some things that we can create for y'all. Okay, so here is our super cute background. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and seal it real quick. We're gonna use the Mod Podge again. And it's tissue paper, so you don't need a lot. I always tell everybody, you can kind of see I'm doing a real light motion. Just do a real light motion. If you use this particular dishwasher safe, I think it takes 28 days to completely cure, but it's dishwasher safe. So you could wipe it down to clean it, things like that. Even though it says it's dishwasher safe, I have never put anything in the dishwasher that I have decoupaged, but you know what? There's always a first time, right, y'all? You ordered for the first time today. Congratulations, Chrissy. What are you excited about? What did you order? And guys, I am doing this a little bit different tonight because y'all know, especially if you've been on the Essential Stencil page, you know that you can paint your surface and do your stencil over it. I want to show you, you can also use tissue paper and things for decoupage to make really cute signs for your backgrounds and stuff, especially if you're a little uneasy about doing some of the painting for the backgrounds. Oh, thank you, Diane. Hey, Sheely, how are you? All right, so we're just gonna get this dry really quick. Shouldn't take that long. Even though I can dry a whole surface in like a minute and a half, it feels like 5 minutes because I know y'all are waiting for me to move to the next step. But it really does dry fast. I'm moving my tool around because I don't want it in one spot to have it bubble and all those things. Thank you, Melissa. Like I said, if there's something you're wanting to see, drop it down and I will do my best, if it's not already in my real stuff rotation that I'm going to be using. All right, you can kind of, it's still a little bit tacky, so I'm just going to get it really dry. Like I said, it's the longest minute and a half in a crafter's world trying to get something to dry. Does anybody have any plans this weekend? Anybody doing anything super fun or anything? But one section that's a little bit thick, so I'm just going to come in and kind of knock that area down so it dries a little bit faster. Oh, thank you, Pat. I want to say this is off of Amazon, but it could have been Target. I'm not 100% sure. All right, we're pretty good. Okay. So that's with our second coat on it. These strawberries go both directions. So for this particular one, it doesn't really matter which direction is the top and which is the bottom because they go both directions. Somehow I still got Mod Podge on myself. I must have stuck my hand in the, just making sure everything's down. All right, guys, again, we are gonna use, did I do that right the first time? Strawberry Patch, pick your own, open daily. I do have white paint on it. What side is my white paint on? I told y'all that paint over there was getting on everything. Okay, let's get that off. All right, so I think we're gonna bring it down just a little bit. And I can line my stencil up with the way this hits right there. So I think we're pretty good. Now, when you're decoupaging like this and you have a stencil, be really careful if you use frog tape because sometimes the frog tape can lift up your design. And I'm putting it up in a corner where I don't have a design, but just be careful if you do that because I don't want you to pull up or rip your paper. I'm just putting it on there really lightly in case I move because I'm having one of those nights today. And then, like I said, we're gonna do this in all black. So, gonna make it super easy. Super easy tonight. Trying to find a brush that already has black. My Fusion Mineral doesn't come out of my brushes very well. When I let them sit for an hour to an hour and a half at a time. So I have to make sure that I get a brush that I like that has, sometimes I don't clean them right either, y'all. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Some of them are looking kind of scary. Okay. So we're gonna take some paint just like we do. And some people like to even coat their paint before they stencil because sometimes it does help with bleed through. So if you want to do that, absolutely can. Okay, make sure we're good. I feel like I need to move it up just a tad. Yeah. Make sure that you're very careful with your tape if you use it. And I've got it up here where there's hardly any design, so if it does rip it, we're good. All right, y'all ready? Let's go. Same thing we always do. We're gonna swirl, or I swirl. I will use 2 coats because there is a design underneath it, and I want my paint to cover it up. But like I said, we're making it super easy. Just using one color so we can do some other projects too tonight. way too much paint on my brush there. Okay, now just be careful because the bridges in your truck are gonna move on you. So I normally just do the middle in a swirling, and then I'll just kind of do up and down or across on my lines, however it feels the most comfortable. And like I said, guys, we've got a design on here. So I went with a dark color. I will use 2 coats to cover up this design. We're using black. This is our base coat. So don't think we're gonna see the strawberries through all the writing and stuff. We're gonna get it taken care of. If you gotta do 3 coats, you can do 3 coats. We're using the same color, so it's not gonna be that big of a deal. A little bit on that line, up and down on this one. And remember, I did coat it before I started stenciling, so I can be a little bit rougher with my stenciling. "43-year anniversary." Who is coming up on 43 years? Congratulations. That is quite a milestone. All right, so these I'm gonna go side to side for sure. Or back and forth. Did I say side to side? Y'all, sometimes what comes out of my mouth is not what I mean it to be. All right, gonna give it a quick dry in between my coats, because you don't want to take wet paint and move wet paint around. It's not gonna accomplish anything. And then we can go back over it again. Oh, I keep picking up way too much paint. Look how much paint I'm putting on there. That is like a ridiculous amount. Okay. I know, my problem, and it's my problem basically, is I will use a stencil brush, I will walk away from it and come back in to do filming or something later, and I completely forgot that I had it. And so then my brush stays out for 2 or 3 days, and then I've got to really, really soak it well. And then my bristles and stuff kind of do weird things. If I would clean them right after my lives or after filming reels, I would be good. Okay, so I think the truck is gonna need 3 coats, but I'm okay with that because it's not like it's a super hard stencil. One thing we could have done that would have not required as many coats of the black is to do a white coat where we knew our stencil was gonna be and kind of cover up some of those bright red strawberries. But like I said, not a super big deal. The letters are completely fine. It's just my truck design, because it's so big of an area. All right, guys, we are almost there. One more coat on the truck. I'm gonna peek at it real quick, because sometimes it does play tricks with your mind, even when you think you don't have enough on there. Ow. So cute. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and do one more over the truck. I don't need to do the letters, just the truck part. And when we're done with the truck, we could make it rusty, we could splatter it, we could do all kinds of things with the truck. Just kind of concentrating where those strawberries are. right, guys. One right here. Yeah, I'm going to do those two. Might be able to see it a little bit, but I could do one more coat, but I'm not going to do that to y'all. Okay. So cute. I did get a little bit of bleed through on one of my lines, so I'm just going to pick that real quick. All right, who's ready? Who is ready? Y'all, this is so cute. Remember, it's backwards, so I am sorry, but y'all, how cute is that? What do y'all think? I think it's super cute. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take that black and I'm gonna go around this like I normally do. 'Cause I'm that person. Y'all, I love it. Actually, do I want to use black or do I want to do wax? Or do I want to leave it like this? Y'all, that is so cute. I hope y'all like that idea. I think it's so cute. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, we're gonna do it. I just have to hold it up to do it. Not super dark. Just a little bit. If I had some rub and buff, that would probably be cuter. But I don't know where my black rub and buff is. Y'all, I love this. And y'all probably won't even be able to see this part. Where did I start? Y'all, I had complete concentration there. I had my mouth open just like when you do eyeliner. All right, so we just added a little bit of black. I don't even know if y'all can see that, but how cute is that, guys? Something a little bit different. So cute. Okay, let's do some mini ones that can go with this for our theme. And don't stick our hand in the white paint. I know the shape of that board really makes for cute signs. Really does. That is so cute, y'all. I'll post a picture down in the comments after the live of the finished going the right direction. And then I'll also have a picture over on my page too. Junk and Craft Treasures. All right. So I am not going to use the strawberries that came with that truck because we already have strawberries all over the background. So I feel if we did strawberries in the truck, that's just gonna make it look weird. So, but you do, if you do a normal design, you have your layering strawberries that go with it, y'all. Okay, let's see. Let's see which one we want to do, y'all. We can do Life is Sweet. And will that strawberry fit on this board? That is the question. We'll do smaller strawberries on that. And then let's do the board is from Amazon. The small board, these little 5x5s I get from Michael's when they are on sale, and I order a ton of them at one time, and they're like 60 cents. So this almost fits on there. Okay, that's what we're gonna do, guys. Let me Can y'all tell we're working on a strawberry theme right now? We're working on a strawberry theme. I was hoping this brush wasn't dried out too much. So this is what I'm talking about. I let them sit. Sometimes I don't. Put them in baby wipes or Clorox wipes, and I don't have any Clorox wipes with me right now. So that is my issue. Gonna make these reversible. I'll probably do the ladybugs on the other side, but I don't think we're gonna have time to do those tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those sides prepped for that. It's been raining all day there. I woke up to storms this morning. Y'all, I don't know why I was like, but that's a face somebody will screenshot. Yeah, we woke up to storms early this morning, lightning, thunder, and stuff, but the rest of the day was really nice. I was hoping to not have to grab any more paint, but I might have to. And what I'm gonna do, because this is kind of like a grayish white, so I'm gonna add regular white over the top of it since I gotta get some more. Oh, I'm sorry, Tracy. This kind of weather this time of year always freaks me out because I do not like tornadoes. I don't think anybody does, but they give me anxiety. Every time I get a warning that comes across my phone, it gives me anxiety on that. That sounds like a pretty day, Pam. Okay, so I'm going to use the same brush even, y'all. It's not going to matter. And I'm just going to add that white on here. I just want it to match my other one, so if you want to do it as a set, you could do it as a set. And I always do my brush at like a little angle, just so I don't get brush strokes on my chip brushes. So if you're wondering why I'm holding my brush like that, that's why. No brush strokes, and it goes on a little bit thinner. 99 in California. I want to say it was in the 90s here today too. 105 in Nevada. It is summertime. Ugh. I like spring and fall, y'all. Those are my favorite. Move our paint so we don't have a catastrophe with that. All right, I am thinking I'm gonna keep with the black, red, and white theme. Like I said, this almost doesn't fit, but what I'm gonna do, I don't know if I want, we'll go ahead and do that. I wasn't sure if I wanted that line at the bottom because I normally frame in my stuff, but so this is gonna hold my stencil in place. All I do is roll up my frog tape, stick it on an area, and stick it down. Do the same thing on this one. Bring that over as far as I possibly can and stick it down. All right, we're gonna go back to our black. Did you like it, Patty? Oh, I love that. I love that. Y'all know I love to do smalls. I just love smalls. If this is gonna sound bad, but if something doesn't sell and it's a small, you can always gift a small really easily. You know, sometimes we have a different vision for things, and somebody else may have, but I love smalls. Teacher gifts, coworker gifts, all those things. I know, so many cute stencils, y'all. I know, like, I always joke about doing a marathon of stenciling, but like I seriously could, because I could do every one of them to give y'all different ideas, all in the same night. But I do have a feeling my arm would be extremely tired by the time I was halfway through it. You could do sweet in a different color, but we're just sticking with the black and the reds tonight for the strawberries. All right, got that on there. So then all I'll do is just pick up the tape and lift them straight up. Okay, so we've got our, I know it's backwards, Farm Fresh or Farm Fresh? Farm Fresh strawberries and Life is Sweet. And then let's add our strawberries. We're gonna do small strawberries on this one, and we're gonna do a big one and small ones on this one. I'm gonna kind of angle that one. Red paint, got it. Y'all, I have been able to find everything I need tonight, y'all. Y'all need to give me some hearts for that. I haven't misplaced a single thing tonight. I had a little doubt with my sander, but it was on my left side instead of my right side, so. If you watched my live over on my page last night trying to do my angel project, y'all, I couldn't find anything. We have made a super cute project, but so this is when you can experiment and place these down however you want. There is no rhyme or reason. And on this one, let me just do these 3. I don't know, I may go up with them, but I am definitely gonna use that small one. So I'm just taping off these. If you have the other essential stencil brushes, you wouldn't have to tape anything off. Mine are in the living room. Put 1, 2. Y'all, I just said, here it is. I was like, I just said I found everything, but I did. I don't know, I still haven't found my Park Bunch green, but that is not in one of the things I can't find tonight. So, because I know I don't have it. I do want a smaller brush. Got one right here. I love my grabber. Who has a grabber? Love grabbers. They come in so handy, especially if something's on the other side. All right, so then we'll just place this on top like this. And this will give us our stem. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use black. I used black last week. Y'all, through all that, now I'm like, what black brush was I using? I think it was this one. Yeah. I'm like, what black brush was I using? I talked too soon, guys. I was like, there's plenty of black paint in it. I just gotta find the right one. All right, and then we'll. And then I'm gonna take, it is a little one. Like I said, if you have the other brushes, you don't even have to worry about doing what I'm doing right now. so cute with that strawberry. Do we want to add like 2 little ones right here? I think I kind of do. Hang on. I know I do. I don't even know why I asked. We already have it taped off. Let's do it. Okay. Now I'm using those 2. I was like, now the hard part is gonna figure out which ones I was using over here. I'm just gonna go ahead and get that, like that color, and then we'll mix our black. And y'all, I'm going to, hang on a second. I'm not gonna mess it up at the end. Too cute to do that, y'all, just because I'm getting in a hurry. Tape is my friend too. I don't know if it's y'all's, but it is one of my friends. So cute. Only thing I want to do real quick. Let's go back over. Right here. There's my baby strawberries. I'm gonna add one more up here, but we're almost there, y'all. We are on the home stretch. So much on the home stretch that I'm using my craft paper now. And I'm all quiet because I'm at the end here, y'all. If I had a smaller brush, this is why those other brushes are fantastic, y'all. I did use one of them earlier, so that's why they're not in here. But you know, it is what it is. So cute. Okay, got a little bit of paint right here, so let me show you how to fix that. A little bit of black paint there because I wasn't paying attention, y'all. All right, so all we gotta do is put our sandpaper on. Sand it off. And then I'm gonna take a little brush. Is that the right color? Yeah. And just come and touch that right back up. Easy peasy. So like I tell everybody, it is just paint. If you have a mishap, it's easy to fix. And then I'll just kind of blend it. And then when it dries, it will dry the same color. I got time for one more strawberry, right? All right, so here is this one with the 3 strawberries. So cute. And then I'm gonna add one more right up here. So I'm making it work with my surface, y'all. That is the beauty of stenciling these type of designs. You can make it work with your surface. sand it, do like a little light sanding first before you do it, Angela. And make sure when you do your, what do you call it? When you do your paint over it, you don't do it real thick. And if you have bleeding, you can take like scissors or a knife and go around those edges where you may have the bleeding too. So there's lots of tricks. Lots of tricks. I'm done with that one. So this part will go relatively easily. All I gotta do is lay my tape down. And we'll watch that bottom one this time. All right, guys, we are on the home stretch here. Line that up. I didn't have to use my glasses tonight. Super exciting. See how much easier that went, y'all? So much easier. Everything was taped off. But like I said, if you have those smaller brushes, you wouldn't even have to tape off. Okay, so there is our 3 strawberries on this one. And our 3 strawberries on this one. And I know I said I was gonna go around the edges, but I don't think I am, y'all. Let me get on that. I may have gotten some paint on that, so let me fix that real quick. I got some paint on it. Just gonna lay this right back down. Black. And that's not even the right brush, y'all. Why can I not keep up with the one I'm using? Okay. I get paint on my nose that time. All right, so we have our strawberries, our Life is Sweet little shelf sitter to go with it. I'll put them down like this. And then the one that we did at the beginning with our truck right here. So if you haven't figured it out, I like things in sets of 3s. So I've got my 3 things that go together, y'all. 3 set theme right there, y'all. So cute, so fun. I hope y'all are super excited about all of these bundles, new stencil options, all the fun things, guys. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I am on every Friday evening at 7 p.m. Central. Every Friday at 7 p.m. Central. I know we went with strawberry theme this week. We did patriotic over my page last night. So we'll have to do some coastal soon too, y'all. Yeah, they're super cute. And guys, if you do any purchases on Essential Stencil, my code Craft Treasures saves an additional 10% on all your purchases. It's Craft and Treasures together. So 2 T's, Craft, C-R-A-F-T, and T-R-E-A-S-U-R-E-S. Oh, thank you, Rhonda. Thanks, guys. Like I said, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I must have accidentally stuck that upside down because I've got white paint all in that. But like I said, everything's fixable. Everything is fixable. All right, I see winners. Let me fix this real quick just to show you what I'm talking about. See, it's fixable. Super easy, guys. Thank you. All right, Mary Ann Natalie Mueller, Marijo Warnack, and Deb Asmussen-Kohler. All of my friends for sure, congratulations. If y'all will email support@essentialstencil.com, they will get your gift cards over to you guys. Congratulations, ladies. Email support@essentialstencil.com. Again, all of the new stencils are up for pre-order, so code Craft Treasures saves at checkout. And even if you're watching this tomorrow and you've picked up some of the new stencils, let us know what you got. Let us know what your favorite is. And like I said, guys, let me know down in the comments what you like so I can make some reels and hopefully give y'all some inspiration on some of the stencils you might have been purchasing or the transfers. All right, guys, y'all have a blessed weekend. I will see y'all next Friday at 7 p.m. over here on the Essential Stencil page. And bye, guys. I hope y'all had fun tonight.